This year marks the 95th anniversary of the founding of the Communist Party of China. To mark the occasion, CCTV's international correspondents have been talking to global leaders and scholars for their views on the party's role in China's development. The CPC was responsible for bringing about China's dramatic development in social construction, poverty alleviation and legislation construction. It has lifted hundreds of millions of people out of poverty and rejuvenated the nation as a global power.
Professor Rector of the East Asian Institute at the National University of Singapore spoke highly of the achievements China have made in global poverty reduction. According to the Millennium Development Goals Report 2015 by the United Nations, the extreme poverty rate in China dropped from 60% in 1990 to only 4% in 2015. China became the first developing country to reach the UN Millennium Development Goals in poverty reduction.
One of the greatest contributions China made in the global economy since reforming and opening up is poverty alleviation. About 700 million people have been lifted out of poverty in 30 years. Look at the 1980s in China. Gross national products per capita was less than $300. The figure is $7,800 now. It's a miracle in the history of a global economy.
Professor Zheng says comprehensively promoting the rule of law was introduced in the 4th plenum of the 18th CPC Central Committee. It means China is on track towards ruling the country by law.
China has been discussing an effective judiciary system which will adapt Chinese national conditions since the 4th plenum of the 18th CPC Central Committee. If you look at the relevant documents from the 4th plenum, you will realize what China has done comes from there, such as professionalism of lawyers and establishment of a circuit court. In my opinion, these specific steps gradually lead to the system of jurisdiction independence.
Professor Zheng says more and more major cases have been heard in public in recent years. Wrongly convicted criminals have been redressed. It proves the Chinese juridical system is becoming more and more open and transparent as it transforms.